Nairobi have fired tear gas at protesters angered by the death of a 31-year-old blogger in police custody. President William Ruto earlier said the man died at the hands of the police, contradicting initial accounts of his death. Officials had claimed he died during self-inflicted injuries, but an autopsy revealed that he was assaulted. The blogger was known for being critical about political and social issues. Well, Malcolm Webb is following the story for us. He's in Nairobi live. Malcolm, what are protesters demanding?
Well, I'm going to step aside so we can take a look at what's going on. The police officers here have been trying to break up angry crowds using tear gas, and this has gone on for several hours now. But began with a relatively small crowd of rights activists and other demonstrators angered by the death of Albert Ojwang, the blogger, who an autopsy said had been killed by blunt traumas to the head, also suffered strangulation while in police custody. This followed him tweeting about a corruption scandal, a bribery scandal in which the deputy police chief had already been implicated by a newspaper investigation, but it's angered people that he was detained for that, and then days later, dead in a police station.
Malcolm,
people are calling for the deputy police chief to be held to account.
Go ahead, Malcolm.
So if we can take a look up here, we can see some of those demonstrators. If we take the camera up there and zoom in, we can see people who are persisting in throwing stones at the police in spite of one volley of tear gas after the next being fired at them. Yeah, there were calls for the deputy police chief to resign, people saying he should be investigated and he should be tried. President William Ruto has called for investigations, but one of the reasons this is making people so angry is because of the spate of what rights groups say have been extrajudicial killings, disappearances and arrests that began a year ago when these very streets were filled with many thousands of protesters who were demonstrating against the government.
His name was Albert Ojwang. He was a Kenyan teacher, a blogger, a citizen journalist, someone who believed that the truth was worth telling no matter the risk. On June 8, 2025, Albert died inside a police cell in Nairobi. Police said he took his own life. But the truth, like always, fights to the surface. Let me walk you through what really happened. Albert was arrested on June 6th, no official reason, no proper explanation. Just another voice locked away for asking questions. 2 days later, news breaks, he's dead. Police say he slit his own throat. But a pathologist, a doctor, said no, Albert was assaulted, badly. His family agrees this was torture, not suicide. And Kenya? Kenya erupted. June 11th, thousands of people, mostly young, took to the streets of Nairobi. Roads blocked, parliament in chaos, government vehicles burning, protesters shouting justice for Albert, stop killing the truth. This wasn't just about one man. It was about all of us. About our right to speak. About our right to be heard. Why did this happen? Because telling the truth has become a crime in Africa. Nigeria, Uganda, Sudan, reporters, bloggers, whistleblowers, too often they end up in jail, in exile, or worse. With every new tragedy, the message gets louder, silence the truth-tellers. But here's the thing. Albert was not a criminal. He was a storyteller. His only crime was refusing to be silent. Now the government says they're investigating. President William Ruto has promised a full inquiry. But promises can be cheap, especially when broken so many times before. Investigations don't bring the dead back. Justice does. Accountability does. The truth does. Albert Ojwang's death isn't just Kenya's tragedy, it's Africa's warning shot. If we let this go, the next voice to be silenced could be yours, or mine. If we let fear win, we all lose. But if we fight, if we speak, we keep hope alive. So to the youth of Africa, I see you, I hear you, don't stop, don't be silent. Demand answers, demand justice, because the world is watching, and so are you. And to those in power, we are not going away. We will keep telling these stories again and again until justice is more than just a word. Albert Ojwang, we will not forget you. To everyone watching, subscribe to Divine Earth Africa. Share this story. Stand up for the truth before it's buried again.
There's one particular police officer who decided to hurl tear gas canisters at us. And I went to him and asked him why he's hurling tear gas canisters, yet we are peaceful. So when I asked him that, he threatened me and he told me, I have marked you. Nimekumark na nitakupata.
The police after officers used tear gas on activists multiple times.
He cannot instruct police officers 400 kilometers away to pick an individual and bring him all the way to Central Police Station. This is the highest impunity that we are seeing in this country. We cannot allow this trend to happen.